Hey everybody, what's up? We're here with a timeless reading. I pulled two cards already. It is the Ace of Pentacles and it's the Two of Swords. So what this looks like to me is that you're making up your mind about which way you want to go with something here. Like the right way to go about it. I'm seeing justice. So this can be like, when I make the decision, I want to make sure that there's a balancing of like the mind and the heart, and that I invest in something that feels balanced. So it's not investing in something that's going to like breed any type of chaos. This can also be like you could be getting two opportunities, or there could be two paths, or you could be like, what's the thing to work on now, or what's the thing to focus on now, or like, how do I want to do this, and like, how is a well like integrated and balanced way to go about doing this, and I also want to invest in that way. So it seems like there's a lot of wanting to approach this and have equilibrium rather than something being like too much or not enough. And it seems to like that's sort of what you're learning as you move through this process, like how to take a well-balanced approach as you're approaching what it is that you're doing. Yeah, it feels like learning as you go. This means too that when you're making choices, you're like checking in with your needs and your values too. And like making the choice from that. Okay, I'm seeing something about a message. This is a relationship thing. So there's a message. There's talking about something that's concluded. Yeah, something that has concluded. But I'm then seeing something coming together. So there could have been something that broke apart and now something that's coming together. But it looks like it's happening like after the fact or after a situation. Yeah, working together, working through something, learning. Okay, so having this Knight of Cups here and having the Ten of Swords, there can be, we're communicating about how we feel about things that have happened. So Ten of Swords, it's like stuff that's not currently happening, but things that did occur, or a thing that did occur. So it can be like that thing that was painful back there, or like how this happened, or like how I felt about that. So it looks like that's in the discussion, and it's about like speaking genuinely from the heart as we're talking about this, because the point of having this discussion is to be able to like unify things. So that's why we're talking about our feelings about those things that happened, or this thing that happened, in order to bring things together. So it's to create a sense of harmony, where this may have felt like there was disharmony. This is about harmony. And that's also like the point of this too with justice here, because justice is associated with like taking responsibility, and it's also associated with like our partnerships and wanting things to feel harmonious and balanced and unified. And it looks like there's somebody that you're collaborating with and somebody that you're working with, somebody that you're close with currently. You're working with this person. To have Page of Swords, this means that you're learning things as you go with this person. So this is like active learning and active collaboration where you're figuring things out. And I'm seeing that's what you're currently investing in. So it seems to like, as you are communicating with this person and sharing things, there's like a lot that you're receiving. Also having this two here, it means that you want to keep yourself in an open space where you're like really listening and really taking things in and really receiving, and keeping your mind open as well to what's being said. So it's about staying like open and curious basically as you're moving through this working out that you're doing with this person. And it also feels like it's about like sharing from a balanced place too, when it comes to like emotions and how that's being communicated as well, to have Libra here to have justice here. It's like sharing and being earnest in the way that we share, and also making sure that we're keeping in mind with the stuff that we're sharing our goal of unity and harmony. It seems like there's also needing to make a decision about what to do, like in light of everything that happened. Maybe you're going to get to a point within the conversation space with this person, or through what you're working out with this person, to figure out like, what are we going to do about this, or like how to proceed with this, or like where do we go from here, what happens. Because you could be trying to figure out like what path you're interested in taking, and you may feel like this collaboration is going to inform you of that. So that may also be something that you're trying to like learn and discover as you're working with this person. Having Page of Swords here and having Four of Cups, you may see something and feel it can be like seeing something and being like, I'm not thrilled that I saw that, like that sort of thing. Because you being in this Page of Swords, you're really open and you're really observant, so it means like you're noticing a lot of things, and that you're just in that space of being like a sponge. Having then the Four of Cups happen though after, it can mean that like there was something that you saw, or something that you noticed, or something that was said, or something that was communicated, that you could have either felt rejected because of that, or you could be in a spot where you're feeling maybe like a bit disconnected. I'm gonna clarify and see what this Four of Cups is about. Some of it can be about like changes, or figuring out what would need to be done in order to move past something. What's being worked through? Okay. So there's something here about feeling like a little bit resistant to something. I feel like this is something that you learned about, or something that you heard, or something that was said, something like that. But you were like on the receiving end of this, is what I'm seeing. So it's more like you observed this somehow. You came upon this information, and I'm seeing the Three of Wands here. So it can be about sort of like where things would be going, or something about the future, like that type of thing. It can also be like not feeling particularly hopeful about something too. Because there can be a desire to keep things as they are, maybe, or keep something as it is. Or like not take it apart. And you could be trying to figure out like how actually to do that. There's something about wanting things to be a certain way, and Two of Pentacles can be like, is it possible to even do that? And that may be something that you're trying to figure out now. I'm seeing you really show up in an attentive way to this, where it's like feels very serious how you're showing up. I'm seeing you be connected with the King of Pentacles here. So this can be like, I'm gonna see this through, and I feel like there's a sense of responsibility for me to like show up, and to show up in a particular way, and for me to actually fulfill like my own expectations of myself and how I enter into the space with this person. So I'm seeing there be potentially a new chapter, but having again Two of Swords can be like, there can be multiple options here, and you're trying to figure out which one you want. So it's like you could have this new chapter, or you could have this new chapter. Which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to choose? So that's what it seems like all of this is about, figuring out. And to have this Ten of Swords here too, this can be figuring out, like after all of this happened, like what do we do? So it can be like, do we keep things closed, or do we open things back up? Like what's the next chapter going to be? How does this continue or not continue at all after this? So we have Ace of Pentacles, and we have Knight of Cups, and we have Page of Swords here. So this is like, we're having conversations about feelings, and we're learning, seeing where each other are, and there's a lot of sharing, and it can feel very like we're trying to get to a space where there's transparency. I'm trying to be open, they're trying to be open. It's like one of those things where this is a lot of receptivity and like willing sharing that's happening. And it seems like all of this is happening because there's a decision that needs to be made that's about what has already happened, but it's like painful stuff that happened. So this can be like unpleasant stuff to be talking about, like maybe some heavy topics. And I'm seeing Four of Cups. So this can be like, maybe you feel like at this point it's like really weighing on you because of just the heavy nature of talking about these things. So you could feel a little bit disconnected emotionally, or just feel kind of like blah about this. But it feels because it's like a difficult stuff to be working through, and that's why, which would make sense, because Ten of Swords can be like really challenging trying to move through that. So you could feel like you're trying to be open, and you're trying to participate, and you're trying to listen, but it's feeling challenging because it almost feels like maybe you're not in exactly the type of energy that you want to be in. You could feel just like a little bit resistant to certain things. So again, this part of you that wants to be like open and resourceful and listening and like curious and open-minded, and then emotionally there can be this part of you that may not be feeling like that. So you may be trying to like rectify that within yourself. It's like your air energy and your water energy that you're trying to get on the same page here, that you may feel like they're sort of like working against each other at times. And so I'm seeing there be a desire to bridge that gap. I'm seeing justice, so something is being worked out, Two of Cups, between you and another person. Because we have another two here, there can be like a choice that needs to be made about a relationship, and also what's going to be happening. Like, what is the final goal? What's the final destination? What are we trying to do here? Like, what is trying to be accomplished ultimately through this, and like making a decision based off of that. And then having Seven of Pentacles, it's like what's currently being invested in. Three of Pentacles, you're currently investing in your collaboration with this person. And Two of Pentacles brings us back to and trying to get to this point of being able to make a decision about what to do here. So again, it's like you have these two options of what you could do as far as like new chapters, and all of this stuff that you're doing with this person is going to help you figure out like, what do you want to do here with this? So a decision ultimately is going to be made. And I'm also seeing Judgment on the bottom of the deck, which means really taking time to analyze all of this and figure out how to proceed. So that's what I'm seeing is currently going on with you and this person. That's what's being worked on. And I'm seeing strong Libra energy here. Yeah. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.